Good evening or good afternoon, wherever you are. And good morning to some of those that are up really, really early on that other side of the world. Welcome to OP Digital Blueprint, and with my favourite guests, Jeanne and Red Redfern. Thank you for joining us.
Guys. Good to see you. You're
Great
welcome.
to be here.
We're going to chat today about fulfillment. So what is it that you're looking for out of what we've got going on with OnPassive? So I'll let Red take the floor because he's always good to start.
Thanks very much, Andy. Hi, Jeanne. Nice to be here with you guys as well. Just to give you a heads up, Andy, I'm not here next week. Okay, so you'll have to get another stand-in like Collins or somebody. But yeah, I was talking about fulfillment on my live today, and we want to expand on that a little bit here today on OP Digital Blueprint. And part of that is, what are you all individually looking for to get out of OnPassive? You know, what is your reasoning behind it? What is the thing that made you join? And if you say money, that's absolutely fine. You know, that is a reason. You know, you can't be scorned for saying I joined because I wanted to earn some extra money. That's not a problem. And I would think that if we were all honest and open and put your hand on your heart, majority of us were looking at OnPassive when we first joined to earn a little bit of extra money. But as far as fulfilling what you want out of your life, how does OnPassive fit into that equation? So, you know, everybody has hopes, dreams, goals of what they want to do, you know, whether it's more holidays, bigger house, nice clothes, new car, help other people. You know, the list is endless of fulfilling things that you can do. So the question, and we're going to talk about this amongst ourselves here today, is when you are looking at OnPassive, how does that all fall into that equation? Is it something that you've even thought about? Is it something that you thought is going to show its face as we move along the journey? And again, all of these answers aren't bad answers. They're not right or wrong answers. We're just chucking it out there a little bit at the moment. Now, for me, as I said, when I first looked at OnPassive, I was actively looking for a business that I could understand, that was easy for other people to understand, and I could get my head around it, you know, without any confusion, without any fuss and bother. What did I mean by that? I was looking for a company that was actually selling something. I wasn't looking for a company that said, give me $500 and I'll turn it into $1,000 in 2 months' time, as long as you recruit so many people, blah, you know, all been there, done that. And that's not what I was after. I've been down that route, lost a ton of money, and I was looking for what I understood. I've had my own businesses, and I understand how sales work, and I understand how commissions work. And that is what I was looking for. Along came OnPassive, and in those early days in 2018, there was a vision from our CEO of what he was trying to achieve. And when I was listening to Marty today, looking back at those early days, we had zero idea of what OnPassive was actually going to be like, even where we are now. Right, in those early days, it was very small. It was very niche in what they were trying to achieve as far as a digital marketing platform for users to use to help their business online, whether it be building a website, more traffic, or whatever it may be. And a lot of the components that you use on a daily basis for doing anything online, that's what we were going to facilitate in one place. Fast forward 6 years, we're not that company anymore. We're not that product anymore. We are so much more. And what do I see OnPassive doing for me to fulfill what I want? The bottom line is it's going to give me the right vehicle for me to leverage, to use, to build my business, to get to the point I want to get. Now, everyone's point is different. You know, depending on where you live in the world is very specific to what you're looking to earn from OnPassive to give you a good life, so that you're not worrying about money. Money's there. You use it to do whatever you want to do. You pay your debts off. You buy the house. You buy the car. You look after your family. Then you move on to other nicer things. And those other nicer things are helping your local community, looking after people, helping people get on the ladder themselves, and introducing them to OnPassive, of course. These are all things that I want to fulfill in my tick boxes of my life and how much longer I've got. Do I want to earn more money? Absolutely right, I do. And I know that OnPassive is certainly going to be the company that is going to be unlimited in that ability. It's a key word for me to understand within OnPassive, unlimited. It means I'm not shackled to any targets that I have to hit before I can do something else. There's none of that. It's very simple and straightforward. You sell something, you make a commission, and there's other bonuses that kick in along the line that we don't even know about yet, that we will find out about. This is why I like OnPassive. The simplicity of what it is, that everybody can understand, that everybody can get into at a very low cost, and they can utilize it and leverage so that they can fulfill what they are looking for. So back to you, Andy. What are you looking for?
Thanks, Red. You've made a couple of really good points here, and before I pass it to Jeanne, I want to explain what Teachability Index is, because the vast majority of people that have got hold of OnPassive don't necessarily know or understand exactly what it could do. So you as an individual, you have to work out whether you're in a position to be teachable from the point of view is, does it excite me? Does it interest me? What do I need to learn in order to get there? And what am I going to give up in order to do that? Now, if you can work that out, you can work out if you're teachable. If you're teachable, then this is definitely for you. You mentioned a little extra. When I saw the advert that Marty put in place, I thought, do you know what? This is all I'm going to need, because at the end of the day, once you get the grasp of what this is and how it can work for you, and you take advantage of that, you don't need anything else, because you could achieve whatever level that you wish to achieve. And as you said, there's no target, there's no you need to do this each month to keep your commissions, like some of the the other organizations that deal with things like multi-level marketing or network marketing or affiliate marketing, etc. This is entirely different. And the one thing for me that really kind of put the nail in the coffin, as it were, is because it does the bits and pieces that I don't understand how to. We all have an expertise in certain areas. Like, I mean, everyone knows here that Red used to be a chef, yeah. So his expertise is totally different to mine. I'm numbers. I understand numbers and how they fit together. But when it comes to the technical knowledge, like Collins, for instance, I haven't got a clue. So I needed something. I needed to find something that was going to be able to help me do the marketing, help me understand how I can offer this to others, and help me to utilize the products efficiently in order to bring other, offer the opportunity to others. So all of these things along this journey that we've had 5, 6, 7 years, whatever it might be, some of us have learned an awful lot, and I think for me, that's made a hell of a difference, because I am starting to get more technical. Even me, Red, I know. But this little extra bit, when the light bulb came on for me, I'm like, no, it's not going to be a little bit extra. It's going to be to whatever you want. So if you want a little extra, that's fine. It's your choice. Me personally, I'm a greedy devil. So there's lots of things that I want. But as you said, Red, once you reach a certain level, you're in a position to be able to help others. And that is a big issue too. So Jeanne, please, your comments, your thoughts.
Well, thank you so much, Andy and Red. This is an awesome topic. And as Red was starting out talking about how he was looking for something like this, right? He was actively looking. I wasn't. I was in a corporate job. I was not looking. I had sort of tried a little bit with online work because I thought it might give me some freedom. But then I had some my father passed away, and personal things that happened that just made it much more comfortable for me to just stay in my job and keep going, because I didn't want to have to put myself into something that was so it required me to learn so much, right? So I wasn't looking for anything. And then a dear friend came to me and told me about this company, and he and I met through a humanitarian project. So we already had that mindset. So when he was describing it to me, and God bless him, he's not with us anymore. He passed away a couple years ago, but he was describing this. And you talk about fulfillment, Red, when, it ticked all the boxes for me. It was going to give me the freedom by letting me leave a corporate job and get something that was automated enough for me to earn commissions and have that money coming in. But the fulfillment for me was really on the fact that I'd be attached to something so impactful. I actually looked up fulfillment before we came on here, and some of the things that actually all of the things that it was listing out apply to this company. A sense of purpose and meaning. We are going to literally change the world with this company, from the financial side by lifting people out of poverty, lifting people into a state of freedom, but also on what we're talking about, this fulfillment side. Strong relationships was another aspect of fulfillment. What do we have if not strong relationships now that we have formed across the planet? Satisfying work. So I mean, and what Andy, you were saying about, you can take this as far as you want. You can dabble a little bit with the products, do a little bit of affiliate thing. It's all automated, or you could take every tool to the ends of their ability, and there's always going to be something new. You could go into academy and just, I mean, the possibilities are endless with that. So talk about satisfying work, satisfying whatever you want. Personal growth. Again, we can learn and grow. We're being inspired every day by the people that we're speaking to on a daily basis, like Marty DeGarmo this morning, and Chris and Julie, Michael, everybody that's been talking about this, what we're talking about here, this fulfillment, what it means to be in a company that is literally going to change the world. Another was contributing to something larger than yourself. That's, to me, a life. I don't feel like life is worth living if I'm not having some kind of value for the planet in some way or on another person. If I'm not making someone else's life a little lighter, a little better, a little happier, what am I here for? Literally, I mean, that would be not fulfilling. So in this company, I get to do that all across the world. And it's so easy to do, answering a message and lifting someone, praying for someone, cheering someone up. It's just, that is so fulfilling to me. Good mental and physical health. We're always talking about, amongst the OnPassive family, talking about how to stay well, how to eat better, to stay. Red and Jane are a perfect example of this. Going to the gyms, doing the walks, doing these the fundraiser walkathon or whatever it is that I'm not sure how many miles that is, but doing these things that keep us fit in mind and body and spirit, and just living authentically. That was one of the last ones. I mean, if this company has done anything, it's allowed us to be ourselves. And so many of us have never been able to do that. We've been in that job, in our cubicle, doing our work, can't say this, can't say that, can't really be your colorful self, or speak your mind and know that you're safe to do so. This company checks all the boxes. It's like finding for me, finding the relationship of your dreams. It literally does all of those things, and it's going to be that very practical financial support to give us the freedom to do whatever we want. You know, if we're artists, if we're musicians, if we're builders, inventors, we'll be able to do that because, as Marty has said many times, I want to not have to think about money. That's my goal with this, is to be able to have enough coming in that I just don't have to think about it. If I see someone that needs help, I help them. I don't say, "Ooh, can I do that this month? Ooh, can I go out to eat tonight? Oh, I don't know." You know, I mean, that is how most of the world lives. It's always worrying about that. Can I do this? Can I do that? And I know Ash, in his heart of hearts, he wants to free us from that, to free us to be that fullness of who we are. So I can't imagine my life without this company and everything that embodies. That means all the people, the vision, the CEO, all of it. I cannot imagine my life without this. And I can't imagine looking elsewhere either. I just can't, because we know it's coming, and we know that it just is everything that we need. So I could go, I'm sorry, I'm rambling now. I could go on and on and on about it. It just is a limitless topic, limitless company, limitless possibilities. And that's pretty awesome to me. So thank you, Andy.
Thanks, Jeanne. And no, you're not rambling. Never worry about that. I think one of the things that caught my attention when Ash was talking some while ago now, I have to say, but as you say, fulfillment comes in many different guises. Whether it's just, as Red said, a little extra, or the fulfillment of being able to help others. And one of the things that Ash said was, did we realize that to rid the world of homelessness and hunger would cost 45 billion? Now, if you look at the likes of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, you know, these type of people, this is chump change in comparison to what they have. But will they do anything about it? No, absolutely not. They have no interest. The thing that gets me is, we've got already over 1 million of us, and believe me, when we get going and things start coming in, if we just, you know, donated $1 a month, the million of us, that's 1 million a month. It doesn't take long for the whole of humanity to be lifted, because you're starting in different locations and different areas. And some of the technologies that you could bring in, like water from air, and all of these things give us the opportunity to raise levels, whether it be in Africa or Asia or South America, or even, you know, in the UK or the US, or throughout Europe. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that we have power, as there's 1 million of us plus. Just think about it. If, for argument's sake, that you had a chap that's never earned this before, never earned 10,000 before a month, all of a sudden he's on 10,000, and he gives away 1,000. How many more of us could do the same? So all of a sudden, you've got 1,000 million, 1 billion, just in a month. So, you know, these things change the world, and this is fulfillment. Now, like we said, everybody has a target. Everybody has a target that they'd like to achieve. Well, I would hope so, because if they haven't, it's about time they worked on their goals and put their list together. You know how good I am at lists. But you know, if you know where you're going, then you'll get to where you want to get to. If you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there. So you might as well plan a little bit ahead. And Comfort knows my favourite phrase: proper prior planning prevents poor performance. Red, over to you, mate.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Jeanne. Fantastic words. It's amazing, isn't it, really, how easy it is to talk about this. And that is because you are talking from a place of knowledge, because it's what you want. You know, it's easy, isn't it, really, to talk about things, about what your desires are and what you want to get out of it. Jeanne mentioned one very important thing which I've noticed so much from being in OnPassive, and she mentioned about being able to be your colourful self. Now, all of us lot here on this panel, okay, without a shadow of a doubt, and I can almost guarantee every single person that has been on camera, whether it be a webinar or whether it be anything else, we didn't wake up one morning and thought, I know I'm going to be that guy who does lives every day, and I'm going to be front and center in front of a camera, and I'm actually not going to do such a bad job at it, right? It doesn't work like that. What happened? Well, quite frankly, I'll tell you what happened is that we decided we wanted to share this beautiful company called OnPassive. So we went through the hurting part of looking at ourselves in front of a camera and sort of going, "Ooh, I sound absolutely terrible," or look at me, and all these sort of things. And then guess what happened? Bit by bit, we came away looking a little bit better than we did the time before. Why? Because we're more relaxed. It's natural. We don't even worry about what we sound like. Most of us don't even worry about what we look like. Let's face it, me and Andy, for instance. But we're here still doing our thing for OnPassive. Why? Because we believe in it. We've learned this trade, right? Because we've been allowed by our CEO to do what we can for the company in a positive manner. No one told us to go and do these webinars. Nobody told us to put this amount of effort into it out of our day, every day, or to turn up as regular as we do. Nobody's told us to do this. We don't get paid for it by anybody. We do it because of what we can see this company is going to do for us, what it's going to fulfill. And part of that is giving ourselves the best opportunity to fulfill what we are trying to achieve. One thing I didn't want to do, and that was be in a position where I turned round and said, I wish I'd have done a bit more earlier on, or I wish I'd have gone to number 43 and told them about it when they've approached me and asked me about OnPassive because they've heard I'm in it. How would that make you feel? I didn't want to be in that scenario. I wanted to do as much as I possibly can so that when we get going again, I can say I've done as much as I possibly can. I haven't left any stone unturned. I've been round a dozen times to family, friends, all the other people, talked to them, had the kickbacks. Don't get me wrong, we've all had them. We've had the sucking of teeth, the raised eyebrows, the look, and we still get it now. You know, people saying, are you still in that thing? Are you that online thing? You know, we have it all the time. But we all believe very passionately about what we think is coming. That's why we do it, because we are doing our best to position ourselves so that we can fulfill our dreams, fulfill our desires within the company of OnPassive. Back to you, Andy.
Thanks, Fred. Yeah. I've said this several times before, and there are lots of people who joined originally because they wanted to potentially look at the products that were coming out to help their businesses, and I know quite a large number of them, and thinking outside the box. We have this radar. and everything that's in the radar is what we can actually see, but nobody's looking at the bigger picture. Nobody's expanding on the thought process of what this could achieve. So I want to go there for a minute. You know, what we see on our radar is OnPassive launching. And we've got a couple of products coming out. Let's call it OCONNECT and OMail and our social media platform. Let's just say it was those three. So these people are looking at that, what's in it for me type touch. All right, now let's expand it out just a little bit more. So what does OCONNECT do for others? What could it do for others? So there's millions and millions of companies around the globe that talk to one another. Now we know that one of the possibilities of what Ash wanted to include was instant translation, into various different languages. And I can give you an example. I know of one company in particular that is huge. There's 200,000 plus employees. They have bases in South America, and in the Far East, as well as in Europe. And a lot of the employees do not speak English, but the top execs speak English. So, and what they actually do at the moment is they travel to the various locations and take a translator with them. Now, just think what saving that company could make by having one community meeting with the guys in South America listening in and having it automatically the guys in Japan having it automatically translated. There's no translator cost, there's no travel costs, and the cost of OCONNECT in comparison to the others that we know about, that's a wow. All right, but now I've got, all of a sudden, I've got 200,000 more customers from one company. Now, again, OnPassive is a business, and once that business starts expanding, and it brings out products that we could use, as I said, many other people have became part of OnPassive because they thought, this is great, this is going to help me build my business, and I'm doing XYZ. So all of a sudden, there are going to be other things that will spring from what OnPassive has to offer. And many of us, including myself, have been thinking about what other possibilities could we put in place to add on to what OnPassive can give me. Because I don't know how to set up a website. OnPassive can do that, and the AI technology will sort that out. That's great. That's that one done. I don't know how to market, but hold on a second, there's specific targeted traffic. So if I put a product on the market and use specific targeted traffic, I can sell that as well. So there is this bigger picture, this bigger outside of the radar that you can see right now. There is this so much more, and I do believe it's important for us to consider what is outside our radar, what is possible, and what could be fulfilled just by thinking a little bit outside that box. Jeanne, have you got any final comments that you'd like to add? Because I'm waffling again.
No, you just get me going, because it just really, the ideas start flowing, because it's really limitless, right? I just wanted to add here, we're talking about fulfillment, and the thing that this company brings is that we're doing what every motivational speaker and all this, they always talk about, live in the end goal, like live in that state of where you want to be. And the state where people want to be is happy, right? They want to be happy, fulfilled. They want to feel good. They want to have great relationships, all these kinds of things. And we're already there. We're already in the state that most people, I want to have money so that I can be happy, have great relationships, have a great car. And we've already gotten, 80% of the goal which is the fulfilling part, the happiness, the relationships, the laughter, the joy, and the only thing left to fill in the puzzle is the financial part, the reopening of the platform, the products, and all of that, which we know are a done deal. So we are already, like 80 to 90% of the way there, and have everything that the rest of the world, including every person that comes on and tries and mocks us or anything like that, they're starved for what we already have. They feel empty and want to attack because they can't feel what we feel, which is that loving friendly feeling. So I want people to just sit in gratitude and appreciate that we've already gotten most of what we really want. And the little details of the financial part and all of those things, they're just the technical side part that will be the final puzzle piece to get this going. So I just want to say thank you, Ash Mufareh, for creating this. And I hope that we're doing you proud by keeping this feeling and this connection going. And that's all I wanted to add. Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Red.
Thanks, Jeanne. You made a good point. The fact that if you are constantly going around being happy, things tend to just fall into place. But one of the things I do love, I know where we've not really got OnPassive going. It started and has had to stop for various reasons, and I'm sure we will find out what those are. You and I both know, or we all know roughly what they are, but at the end of the day, but the fact of the matter is that we've now met thousands of people that have the same mindset, the same thought process and positivity about what's going on. And I've been listening to a chap that has a very good point. Be careful who you listen to. Be careful who you listen to. And the one thing that I love about this company is listening to Mr. Mufareh, because he's been there, seen it, done it. We've got lots of these little others, shall we say, that give us all of this rubbish, but they've never really done it for themselves. They just work off the negativity of others. And one of the things I love about this in particular is all of the guys that we come across, and we've made hundreds of friends across the country and across the globe now, some of which we've met. We've been lucky enough to meet, haven't we, Red? Well, hard luck. But it's brought the same people together. It's brought similar type of thought processes together. So the positive people are together. And that is a big thing moving forward. That is a very, very big thing moving forward. If you find people that have the same mindset as you, the whole thing moves together. And that's where we are right now. So any final comments, Red?
No, I don't think so. I think it's been a very good topic. I think we could literally talk about it for another hour quite easily, really. My final comments are really that if you're looking for a company that can facilitate your needs to fulfill a good life, then OnPassive certainly ticks all of the boxes that you need. It really does. And you can take it as small as you like, or you can take it as big as you like. There is going to be people who look at OnPassive in the future who aren't even founders. They're not even customers yet. They'll come in, they'll be an affiliate. Yes, they're going to be under existing founders, but they are going to run with this company like you've never, ever believed or seen before. They are going to absolutely exploit every single avenue of this business for the benefit of their own fulfillment. And you are going to be in shock at what they've been able to do. It's a great business, guys. I love the ethical side of it all, and it's what I've been looking for an awful long time. So I'm very, very pleased to be here. And 6.5 years down the line. Back to you, Andy.
Yeah, likewise, Red. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you to my guests, obviously the lovely Jeanne Lever and my friend Red. And we'll see you again next Tuesday. Well, Red won't, he's not here. But I'm sure if Jeanne is free, she would like to join me. Excellent. Thank you guys. And we'll see you again next Tuesday. Have a great week.
Bye, everyone.